Hey guys, it is Lindsay. I am just about to get this started. I'm just going to give everybody a couple seconds to get in while I get my presentation ready. And, all right, so we are going to begin. I'm going to make this as short and sweet as possible. This is something that I find to be incredibly important with your business, and it's something that I hope that a lot of you guys take some, a lot of information from, and possibly tweak the way that you are, representing and, selling your business, obviously. So let's get started. Okay, so tonight what we're going to cover is we're going to talk about text perception. We're going to talk about the impression that you're making, how to make the experience more enjoyable. We're going to talk about confidence, delivery, and it's going to be awesome. So let's get rolling. So let's talk about text perception. This is something that is incredibly important to me. I brought this picture up, and if you're on my team and you're watching, you probably recognize this. I've done this training with my team prior. It's been an awesome tool. But you look at this picture, and it is a used car salesman. And the first thing that you think about when you see that is just high pressure, really uncomfortable, like sleazy, not someone you're going to, put yourself in front of unless you absolutely have to. So the goal with this, there's okay, the goal with this part of it is I want you to remember this image, and I want you to think when you're posting something. I want you to ask yourself, am I trying to convince them, or am I sharing my excitement about something? That's just so important with what we do. And ask yourself, does this post sound like a sales pitch, or is it something that I would naturally say? I'm friends with presenters from all areas of the company, and you will be too as your business grows. And you'll start seeing certain things, and you'll start identifying things that are just they're you know I see some stuff and I'm just like, where are you posting that? Why are we posting uh, why are we posting this way? Because it's just so unappealing to the customer. You don't want it to sound like a sales pitch. You want it to come off natural. And another thing that I think is incredibly important is, are you typing in all caps? If you're typing in all caps, I can tell you right now that it is the wrong thing to be doing. It sets off a very crazed impression, and it's not something that customers are going to respond to. Another thing is, are people going to feel comfortable commenting without worry of being in a high pressure situation? Now, I want to, cover this really quick because I see a lot of girls who, they use their page, and this is from other companies, etc., but they use their page as 100% floor, a showroom floor for their business. And it it gets to a point where people are almost afraid to comment. They may be interested in the product, but they're afraid to comment because they feel like if they do comment, it's going to be like a complete attack on them of, you should buy this, you need to, let me private message you, and then you're going to like attack them and not leave them alone. It's really important that you want your network to be very comfortable asking questions without feeling like they're going to be attacked. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I pulled some of these, they're just awesome, awesome examples that I have seen, and these are not mine, that I've seen from people who were just sharing their business. And this one is just a picture of a bank teller. She said, listen, at the bank, she was so excited. This is an awesome way to represent your business. This is a perfect way to showcase what you're doing. It's talking about what you do for a living. It's fun. It's something different, and someone's going to read that because they're going to see that picture and they're going to wonder what it is. All right, and this picture, this is what the hype is all about. It's a very, very simple image. You know, it's the mascara, it's the eyeballs, but what it's doing is it's not selling you anything. It's showing you results, and it's saying, hey, this is what the hype's all about. Nothing else. There's no link. There's no, you should go to my website and buy some right now. Oh my gosh, you need this mascara. There's none of that. It's a very, very easy advertisement that people are going to respond a heck of a lot better to than a link and beg for sales. All right, and then this one, you know, when you have your on hand, does anyone need some mascara? I have 3 on hand for $30. Message me if you'd like one. Great, great simple advertisement of your on hand. It's just simple, it's got your picture, and it's no high pressure. It's just a very, very good example of how you can share things like on hand. Okay, so this picture, I want you guys, I'm a very visual person, and I feel like people can put themselves in a situation and understand what I'm saying a heck of a lot more if I have a pretty picture up. So, all right, makeup counter. When you, I mean, we've all been to a makeup counter, and when you walk in, you don't get attacked. I want you guys to really think about this one. I want you to imagine yourself when you're talking to a customer, even if it's online, even if it's through message or commenting, whatever it is. I want you guys to stop and take a deep breath and envision yourself as if you are standing in front of this counter. And I want you to think about that, and I want you to really think about how you would portray yourself. How would you talk to a customer? How would you talk about a product? How would you act if you were standing in front of this counter? And I can guarantee you, for a lot of you guys, and it's okay because we've all made these mistakes, but for a lot of you guys, it would be a heck of a lot different than the way that you are treating your business currently and the way you're talking about your business currently. I want you guys to always feel like you are standing behind a beautiful makeup counter and you have these gorgeous products behind you, and you're going to talk to them as if they, you know, they're a customer, because that is what they are. Even though we're online, even though we're talking through messages or comments or on the phone, whatever, it's really important that you put off a very professional, you know, you put off a professional vibe with your customers, and you're calm and you're confident. You know, if you were standing behind this makeup counter, you'd be very confident. You'd be standing up straight. You'd ask them what their needs are. What are you looking for today? And you just talk to them about the product very calmly and confidently. And I think if you can always remember this image in your head, I want you guys to think about that next time you're talking to someone. Approach your business like a pro. Didn't hit my little button on that one. Okay, so this image, again, I'm very visual. Sorry, guys. I'm not visual today, though, because I have no makeup on, and that's why we're doing a slideshow. But visual with this image, I want you guys to look at this, and I want you to go, okay, what is that? What does that remind you of? It's like a 1950s Avon lady, right? Okay. I want you guys to forget that image. I want you to completely wipe that out of your head. You are not an Avon lady. You are not Miss Prim and Proper with your pink suit on and your hat perfect and your hair perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be yourself, okay? So that is the most important thing, I think, that people forget, is they forget to be themselves. They join Younique, and then all of a sudden they're like, I have to be this completely different person, and you don't. You need to be yourself. I want you guys to remember that your network, most of your network, should know you, and they are going to expect you to be yourself. And you're always going to be most comfortable being yourself because that's who you are. If you're trying to be something that you're not, or you're trying to force, you're trying to force something, it's going to come off as very unnatural. So I want you to talk to your customers, your clients, whatever you'd like to call them. I'd like you guys to talk to them the same way that you would with someone that you've known for years, professionally. I am guilty. I am not very professional with my friends. We call each other names and make fun of each other. Obviously, this isn't what I'm talking about, but I want you guys to, talk to them as if they're someone that you've known for a long time. Just be very relaxed and comfortable with it. I want you to also share your experiences, and I understand that you're not going to have experience with all the products, and a lot of new presenters don't have experience with all the products, and I've been here, well over a year, and I don't have all experience with all the products because I personally don't use a lot of our products. I don't use the the mineral concealers. That's not the type of foundation that I use. But I still like to share my experiences, and if I don't have a personal experience with something, I like to share what my customer, like I have a customer who uses the mineral concealer, and I can say I have somebody who has oily skin. She uses the mineral concealer and she absolutely loves it. She used to be a Bare Minerals wearer, but she converted to our product and she's absolutely in heaven. She gets more bang for her buck here. Okay, so it's all about understanding that you can always share an experience. If you have a personal one, that's totally key, and be very genuine about it. You also want to be very positive, excited, and real. Don't, if you're if you're not being real to yourself or you're not being genuine, your customer is going to know that. I don't know about you guys, but I have a BS detector that is just off the wall. Like, it's crazy. And I really can't stand it when I'm talking to someone and I can tell they're not being genuine, or I can tell they're really just more interested in selling me something. That immediately turns me off to the situation, and I'm ready to go. Okay, this one's big, and a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, but I don't care. No links. I'm so over links, and I hate them. Every time I see them, I want to puke everywhere. I hate links because the first thing that you think of when you see a link is somebody wants me to buy something. And most people, that's not the right way to get them to buy something, is right off the bat telling them that's what you expect. You don't want to put a link on your posts. And if you look at my profile, a lot of you guys I'm friends with, a lot of you guys follow me. You can watch my profile. You'll never see a link there. You'll never, ever, ever see a link. The reason for this is you need to talk to your customers before they're making a purchase on your website. They're going to have questions. They're going to need color matching. They're going to have specific needs, and posting a link outside of maybe possibly just like a mascara sale isn't going to get you very far. And I can tell you from experience and from everything I know about this company, random website orders are very, very rare. They're extremely rare. So it's always important to share properly, because if you're sharing properly and you're following these steps, you'll never have to post a link again. You will have people come to you. You will have people say, hey, I saw your post about the lip stains. I was totally excited about them, and I'm really in love with Savvy or one of the colors, and I wanted to know what your link was so I could go buy it. That's how it's going to happen, and that's typically what's going on. And if you notice, a lot of times people are always going to message you before they buy. They're going to talk to you prior to that happening. All right, so let's talk about interacting with customers. Trying to go quick because I really want you guys to not be stuck here long. All right, so here's what cosmetic customers want. They want quality products, they want affordable prices, they want help choosing the proper items for their specific needs. They want good customer service, and they want low hassle. They also want convenience. Now, all of these things are very, very simple. Quality products, we have them. We know that. Anyone that's used our products knows that they're quality. Affordable prices. Now, a lot of you guys are like, hold up, our prices aren't crazy affordable. Some people freak out about, our mascara being $29. Well, let me tell you something. With our products, unless you're shopping at Walgreens or CVS or Rite Aid or whatever, pharmacy, drugstore-ish place that you're getting cosmetics at, unless you're shopping there, our prices are incredibly, they're similar to pretty much any other high-end cosmetic on the market. We have high quality, and that's what you're going to pay for a high-quality product. I've paid $37 for mascara prior to joining Younique. Kill me now. It was terrible mascara, but I did pay it. So our prices are not, they're not expensive. They're very, very similar to other products on the market. Help with choosing the proper items for their needs. You want to know your products. You want to be able to confidently say, if you have oily skin, you want to wash with Illuminate Clean. Or if you have dry skin, the BB cream is probably one of the better foundation choices for you. If you don't like a shiny look or a dewy look on your face, you want to set it with our Mineral Touch Pressed Powder. You want to know how to do these things, and you want to be able to ask your customers questions and be able to give them good advice on what products are going to suit them best. As for customer service is enormous. Follow-up is key. Absolutely always follow up. Not only is that going to help you if you have a customer who's having trouble with a product, but it's going to show your customer that you care, you give a damn about what they think of the products that they spent money on. And they don't get that from a drugstore. They don't get that from Sephora. They don't get that from the MAC counter. They're not getting that. And when you provide them with that customer service that's at a higher level than they've seen or found anywhere else, they're going to come back. Low hassle. You want everything to be simple. And that is the one thing I am so big on with my business. I personally run everything as simply and cleanly as possible. I make everything super simple for my customers because I want this to be the quickest, easiest, lowest hassle process that they've ever had, and I want them to feel good when they're walking out the door. And convenience. Make sure you're always providing convenience for your customers. I have a customer who is loyal to me. She has been loyal since the beginning, and she's one of my best customers. And you know what? Because she's my best customer, I treat her so well. I always, always, always throw in something free as a thank you. She spends a lot of money with us, and I like to make everything as convenient as possible for her. I order her stuff for her and have it shipped to her. I never ask her to go to my website and order what she needs. I'll get a message every month or two, and she's just like, I'm out of this, this, and this. And I say, no problem, Teresa. I will have it mailed to you. I'll get it ordered for you today. And I invoice her with PayPal. She pays it with her credit card, and I place the order, and I have it shipped directly to her house. How easy is that for her, right? And it doesn't take me more than a couple of minutes. But you know what? I provide that with her, and that's why she comes back to me every single time she needs something. And she tells her friends, which is super great. Okay, so if you have somebody interested in something, this one's big because if you are on buy-sell sites, you see somebody pop up a post that's like, oh, I'm in search of Younique 3D Fiber Lash Mascara. And then you see a billion people posting their links underneath. Please don't do that. Please stop that. It's completely maddening. All you have to do is, one, if you're not the first person or not the first Younique presenter to respond, please just slowly back away. Like, let them have it. Let's not portray our company as just crazed business. If you're the first one there or somebody tags you, just say, hey, I can send you a private message. And you want to give them that private experience. And you need to listen to their needs and concerns. You need to listen to what they're saying to you is, I'm looking for a foundation, but I have oily skin, or I'm not sure which one's going to work for me. And then you go from there. One of the biggest things I preach to my girls is let your customer lead the conversation. Don't go, throwing up all this information all over them. Just say, okay, what are you looking for today? And I have that 2-sentence rule. If you haven't heard of my 2-sentence rule, it is just one of the most important things is limit your responses to 2 sentences if you can, and pack as much great information as simply as you can in those 2 sentences so you're not overwhelming your customers. And the biggest thing I would suggest, I love that phrase, I love beginning something with that, is I would suggest, because it makes you sound like you know what you're talking about, you're not being pushy, and you're just being helpful, is, if you're looking for if you have adult acne or your skin is really dry, or whatever the case is, whatever she comes to me as, I would suggest using our Divine Moisturizer. I find that it is really hydrating to the skin without making you feel greasy or oily, and it just makes your skin really soft. Period. Done. Very simple, but I like to start things with I would suggest. And share your own experience or another customer's experience. Sharing these experiences will help your customer understand what they can expect. But always be honest. No false claims. This drives me crazy because this happens in companies all across the board where that crazy presenter is showing images or pictures that are completely false. They are not their customers' results. They're false claims. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're doing that or you are exaggerating, a result of a product, this is going to be detrimental to your business. It will completely be the worst thing. And I'm going to tell you right now is no customer is always better than an unhappy one. And because this is the thing, if you know anything about customers, is when you have a bad customer, they're going to tell on average 10 people about their experience. A good customer will on average tell 2 people. A bad customer will tell 10. And you don't want to be setting that example for your business or anyone else's. When you put up a false claim or you upset a customer, you're not only hurting your business, but you can hurt potentially other presenters' businesses as well. Okay, on to the next. You want to place the order for them. This one's huge, and I'm not sure why it's not more standard. I think a lot of people are afraid to ask someone for their credit card number, but the one thing I always tell my girls is if you're being professional and you don't approach it weird, they're not going to think anything of it. Is here, let me place the order for you. Another way around that, if you're not comfortable asking someone with the credit card for their credit card information, which I totally get if you're not comfortable with, get your PayPal and invoice them. You can simply and easily invoice them. And that's what I do for a lot of my customers. And I say, okay, invoice me, and I get their address and their email, and I place the order for them. Now, if you send a customer your link, there's a really there's a high likelihood that they are not going to end up purchasing. But if you say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make that purchase for you, I'm going to save you a little bit of time, I will send you an invoice, or if you'd like, I can call you and we can walk through this and I can do it for you, whatever the case is. But placing the order for the customer gets you the sale almost every single time, because there's no waiting. They don't go, oh, I'll do it tomorrow and forget. Or they don't wait an hour and go, do I really need that? No, I can wait. It's always more instantaneous. Another big thing, make that experience enjoyable. Make sure that they're enjoying themselves and they're not like rolling their eyes waiting for you to finish, or they're not hating what you're saying, or they're make sure they're enjoying it, and when they get their makeup, they're excited, and show your excitement for them. All right, so let's talk about how you can showcase your expertise. Something I always do is compliment a feature that flatters them. If somebody has gorgeous eyes, I will always tell them that. I'll say, you have the most beautiful eyes, I would just kill for them. Or, oh my gosh, your lashes. Or, you have gorgeous cheekbones, okay? Complimenting someone makes them instantly comfortable. And it's so important for someone who's talking to you to be very comfortable. And then I like to show them a simple way to accentuate that feature, whether it's a way they can apply blush, or if they can highlight and contour, or a color of eyeshadow that would really pop their green eyes. Glamorous, if you don't know, is a great one for that. But learn these things. They're very simple things, and you would be surprised how much customers love this. Another thing I would suggest is to ask them questions but have solutions. Ask them a question is, is your skin, do you have oily, dry, or combination skin? And then have a solution for that. Is, okay, so if you have this kind of skin, let's talk about our skincare line and what it can do for your complexion. Make them feel beautiful. Every single woman on this planet, and I'm going to talk to you very, very quickly about this, but it's important that I do. Every single woman on this planet is beautiful. Whether everybody has a different way of them, or something about them is beautiful. There's not a single person on this planet that you can find that doesn't have something just absolutely beautiful about them. And when you can make someone feel beautiful, I will tell you, it just makes such a huge difference in their experience, and it will also make a huge difference in yours. It's funny. People don't realize that when you compliment other people, not only does it build their self-esteem, but it also builds yours, because it makes you confident enough to be able to compliment someone else. And as you do that more, you're going to build your own self-confidence in not only speaking to people, but just the way you feel about yourself, because the way you make other people feel will build that. But always make your customers or, prospective customers or clients feel very beautiful. We'll go to the next. Teach them something new. I love always teaching. Every time I talk to somebody, whether it's a new customer, return customer, whatever, I always make a point to teach them something new. I want them to learn something before they leave. That is hugely important to me, and I will, read beauty tips, follow a couple beauty blogs, look for tips always. You're in the beauty business. Engross yourself in that world and learn things, even if it's a simple, a trick like the white eyeliner on your waterline can really widen your eyes. This is going to be awesome because they're going to learn something, and it can possibly be an upsell. It can also be something that they go, oh, maybe I need that. Maybe I would look warmer, or my skin would glow more if I had a bronzer on. Whatever it is, always find something to teach your clients. All right, so this one's important. This is going to be what I'm going to teach you. Today, we're going to talk about color matching. Super simple. Color matching is so easy. The first thing I ask them, and I've edited this because I've simplified it even more than I had it simplified in the past. Do you sunburn easy, tan easy, or slightly burn and have it fade to a tan? Those are the 3 questions I'm going to ask. And then I'm going to say, do you consider, if I'm not talking to them in person, obviously, if I'm talking to them in person, I'm going to know if they're fair, medium, or dark. But I will ask them if they're fair, medium, or dark. Or I'll ask them for a picture. And then I will say, perfect, that means that you're most likely this shade in our Mineral Touch. I would suggest using, and then this is where this chart comes in. I actually made these images, and I find that they are very helpful for my team. It pulls all your cools in one, your neutrals in one. So as soon as you find out if someone's warm, you can find your warm image and go, she's either velour, satin, or velvet. And is she light, medium, or dark? And then you look at that and go, okay, and you apply it to her skin, or you recommend that product. So if she tells me, if she says, oh, I sunburn really, really, I fry in the sun, totally fry, I go, okay, so now I know she's cool. She's got cool undertones. And then I say, do you consider yourself fair, medium, or dark? And she'll go, I'm medium. Perfect. That means you're most likely chiffon, which is our Mineral Touch shade. I would suggest using the BB cream in bisque, bisque or honey. I would actually say honey. So I would suggest using our honey BB cream because you have dry skin, and then over the top of it, just buffing the chiffon Mineral Touch over the top, and it's going to really give you a flawless look. And that's how I color match. It's as simple as that. Like, it is so incredibly simple. So this chart is really great. I totally love it. It's out and about. You'll see these pictures everywhere. And if you need them, just go ahead and shoot me a message and I can get them to you. Save them in your phone. Have them ready to access soon. You'll learn them. Soon you'll remember. You'll have these down pat. All right. So have confidence in yourself. Confidence is key to this. If you're not confident in yourself, your customer is not going to be confident in you. You have to speak professionally. You have to speak as if you know what you're talking about. And even if you don't know what you're talking about, we have team groups for this, where you can pause, jump in your team group, and find an answer, get an answer, and then come back to the conversation that you're having and say, okay, so this, and answer them confidently. Don't ever feel like you have to rush, but post confidently as well. Look at how amazing her lashes look. This is a perfect image. There's no link. There's no please buy some. There's no you need to get this. It's very, very simple. Also sharing your team. This is going to be great. This is a great way of non-selling the opportunity. Share with, what your team's doing. If someone has an accomplishment, boast about it. Talk about this. Let your network watch what your team is doing, what you're personally doing. Share fun images. These things are all going to be ways that you're going to really get your network's attention without them feeling sold to. So, as a quick recap, let's go through sharing versus selling. Sharing excitement piques curiosity in others. Selling makes people feel that you need them to buy something from you. That's uncomfortable. Sharing testimonials and before and afters screams confidence that you love the product, and so do so many others. That is so important. When you're selling it, it makes them feel unsure if the product's going to work. If you're pushing sales, people are going to question your product. If you're sharing other people's excitement, your own excitement, if you're really, really just showing how other people are loving it, they're going to trust it. Share your love for the company. You want to make people be a part of this based on what you're doing. You want to attract them. You don't want to sell them. You want to attract them into this business. So share what you're doing. Just like those accomplishment posts. Share what your girls are doing. Share what your team is doing. And, people are going to be attracted to that. They're going to want a piece of that pie. Selling the kit makes people feel like you need something from them, further requiring them to do something. If you're selling someone the kit and you're pushing, and selling the kit and the opportunity, they're going to immediately feel like it's going to be high pressure from that point on. The moment they sign and become that presenter, you're going to be up their backside, constantly bugging them. Don't give that impression. You want to attract people into this business. You want to speak confidently. You want them to know that you're having fun with this. You're doing well with this. Your girls are promoting, and this is just an awesome experience, and they're going to go, I want to be a part of that. So think about that. And let's talk about this delivery really quick. Stop selling and start sharing. And by the way, this is the last leg of our little journey tonight. Non-selling. This is something that Sherry Brown talked about. I love Sherry Brown because she and I share the same approach in our businesses. You want to have fun and let people see that you're having fun, and you want to be genuine. Remember, it is so important that you be yourself. It is so important that that people know that you're being genuine with them and that you're comfortable. Because if you're not comfortable, they won't be. You don't show off the product. If you're looking great today, or you did your lashes crazy, or your eyeshadow, or you put on a new bronzer or that new lip stain, you better be clicking a selfie and posting it to Facebook. I want you guys sharing and showing off the product because you're the face. We don't have Maybelline commercials. We don't have models, airbrushed images in magazines to show this product off. We're real people, and you need to show that product off. And honestly, people like seeing it on the real person better than they do on a photoshopped image. So show that off, and don't be afraid. You do not have to be perfect to represent this company and the product. Share your journey. This one's huge. Live through your Facebook. Everyone knows that I preach that. Live through your Facebook. Share everything that you're doing and love what you're doing. It's so incredibly contagious. So I am going to throw it into a Q&A session. If anyone has any questions, I haven't seen my screen. So give me a second. I'm going to stop screen sharing now. All right. Does anyone have any questions? There is a chat. There should be a chat. There should be a chat in the side. If anyone has any questions, I would love to answer them for you. If not, I just want you guys to be more comfortable here. I want you guys to, I want you to be more confident in your products and comfortable. And remember, you don't have to be that perfect Avon lady with your hair perfectly curled. You don't have to be those things. You're allowed to be yourself. And people relate so much better to a real person than they do to someone who's forcing themselves to be something that they're not. So keep that in mind. You guys are awesome. I adore every single unique presenter. I just love you guys to death. And I want you to know that if ever you have questions or if ever you need help, I'm always here. We have an amazing team. We have an amazing upline, very helpful women. But just remember to have that confidence in who you are. Remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be yourself. Go out there, share your experience, share your journey, and people will come. Customers will come. Presenters will come. People will be there for you. So I'm not seeing anything in the chat, so I'm going to go ahead and end the call. I just wanted to tell you guys all thank you so much for calling in. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. I hope you took something from it, and I hope that you can end this call and remember, and have learned something. And remember that, you can do this. If we could do this, you can do this. It's all just about your delivery. So I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye-bye.